Well, I mean, this sounds like what you just described kind of answers this question, but I'm going to ask, is there a particular performance that is extremely vivid and memorable to you?
Oh no, I mean, no, sure, there's many. This is early on, but yeah, for me, they're always, you remember the first, encounters with all the orchestras. I'm sure I'll remember this one. This is special being here in Minnesota, and but I do have to say that the first really gripping performances were in Tanglewood as a fellow, because you have the camaraderie on one side, but everybody is so good at what they do, and it just lifts you to this amazing level. And I wanted to go to experience the Tanglewood fellowship program as a conductor because of the work there, especially with living composers. And when you're thrust into this, and we experienced a lot of this together, and you're just on one side overwhelmed, and on the other you're so excited, and you just the whole summer is adrenaline pure. You're staying awake, learning all this stuff, but then when you're on the podium, or we're on stage together, and just having that release of this extraordinary experience, and you typically get more rehearsal time, for some pieces, and there are many memorable works that we did there, not just the world premieres, but things like Schönberg Piano Concerto with Maniacs, or all these big pieces that we can do because there's so many fellows, that we get to do at Ozao or even in the Shed. So that to me was probably one of the first big memories. I do also remember for the first time I did this master class with my father. It was a holiday, going to Sao Paulo and joining my parents there. And I had only conducted this group at Columbia, at my alma mater, as a young, 20-year-old. And so Bach and, Purcell, and that was all fine with me, and, vocal cantatas. And then we went down there, and then somebody in the class got sick. And my dad just, hey, if you want to, why don't you just take, this 30-minute slot and do some Strauss Don Juan or whatever, and that, to me, that was the first huge apparatus, of such an impressive orchestra, and all Strauss-sized orchestra, and it's a phenomenal orchestra down there in Sao Paulo. And I just remember, this beginning as I give the downbeat, and wow, it really, that energy was like, you were staring into this huge, how in the Kusevitsky Shed for the summer we have the big fans, right? It's like you're standing right in front of this fan, and this energy is just going, whoa! And I remember that for the first time, experiencing that kind of energy, and from that moment I felt both terrified and curious and excited about other pieces that had that power, that energy.
Yeah.